Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today is a beautiful Sunday and I am just making some beetroot right there on the stove. So I just thought while I wait for the beetroot to cook, let me shoot some content.
I know what I need, ain't gonna lie. I know what I want, speaking my mind now. A queen needs a king to be by her side.
So guys, I've been meaning to share my 2024 habits that I will be adopting or taking with me to 2024. Yeah, because some of these, like all of these habits that I'm going to share with you is habits that I've had almost all my adult life, basically. Yeah, so I'm just going to share with you guys what is it that I'm going to be doing for 2024, which I would consider healthy habits. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so number one. So you know what? A lot of these things, if you know me, they're pretty obvious. But if you don't know me, I'm doing this for my newbies. Yes, I'm doing this for my newbies. So if you are a newbie and you don't even know who this girl is, what she's all about, what she's into, and then if you want to determine if you want to be, ooh, Adriene, why are you coming back? Sorry. So for people that already know me and maybe my friends, my family, or people that have been following the channel for a little bit, you know what I'm all about. Like, it's pretty obvious what I'm all about. But for my newbies, I'm gonna record, okay? I'm gonna record, just letting you guys know what is it that I consider healthy habits and what is the habits that I'm gonna be taking with me into 2024. So yes, let's start with number one, which is pretty obvious. Books. More and more books. So last year I read 12 books. This year I want to at least try to read 20 books. I don't know how I'm going to do that because I have all this other stuff going on, guys. I'm a mother, I work, and then I'm trying to do all these other habits that so there's a lot that I am busy with, but I will try in my schedule to add reading more books, meaning in a month I need to try and read about 3 books. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I am trying to read more books this year. So I'm going to do that because I found that with books, they help me relax. I get into such a deep state of relaxation to a point where I fall asleep. So for me, that's very important because I want to feel that way. I want to feel relaxed because we're always rushing. We're always doing the next thing. Like, we're just busy. We are always busy, and books bring me down. They bring me down from all the ups and downs in my life, all the busyness. It brings me down, calms me down, and slows me down. Yeah, I think that's the word I was looking for. It slows me down. There's a lot of benefits of reading books, but this is number one for me, slowing down. And then number two, working out. So last year I was doing Pilates, I was doing some cardio, so I was trying a whole lot of other stuff. But me, deep down, deep within, I'm a yoga girl. Me, I will do yoga 24/7. This morning I did 2 sessions of yoga. Yes, I'm a yoga girl, so I will continue being a yoga girl because I just feel like it has this luxurious feeling about it. You know, the movements, the poses. I just feel so rich. I love it. Let me not get into it. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of yoga. I've recently discovered Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. I will link her channel down below, and she's really amazing, guys. I won't lie to you. Her sessions are so good to a point where anyone can do the poses. They're not difficult. She doesn't do difficult poses. She does easy going poses, and she doesn't move fast. Like right now, I'm at a point where I don't even look at the video. I just listen to her. She has such a beautiful voice and she moves with ease, and she's such a wonderful guide. So yeah, I'm currently on a 30-day yoga challenge with her called Flow, and I'm on day 13. I'm gonna do day 14 tomorrow. Number 3, do hard things. Guys, I cannot emphasize this. I cannot say this so many times. You have to do hard things. Doing hard things is one of those things that will get you out of your comfort zone, because it's very nice to be in the comfort zone, guys. Believe me, comfort zones are very nice, but you need to get out of that state sometimes, not all the time, but you need to try and push yourself. So I'm gonna try and push myself. I've already started. I'm doing hard things this year. So one of the hardest things that I would consider Like swimming lessons are so hard, guys. It's not easy. I had a sore back last week, and I'm going again tomorrow. And when I started, I was feeling so anxious, like I was so scared, you know. Like things that make me scared are things that I want to do this year. And also shooting content with my husband, I've been putting it off, and then I've been thinking, will people like it? Will we be interesting enough? Is this the right time? You know, are we in a good place? Can we share our life in that way? You know, so there's just been a lot of questions in my head, but most of them are just from a place of being scared, a place of being afraid of doing hard things. Unfortunately, I'm in my comfort zone. Like, I'm doing vlogs, I'm doing sit downs, so I need to just get out a little bit. Like I said, I want to grow. So for me to grow, I need to be a little bit uncomfortable. That's what comes with change and growth and getting out of your comfort zone. There's going to be discomfort. So I'm just trying to work through that. I've spoken to my husband about it so many times, and I've put down some content ideas that I want us to do, and I've also created an intro video for us. So I'm taking the steps into doing that. And one thing about doing hard things is you need to have steps. You need to outline steps that will get you to doing that hard thing. You know, first I started paying for the lessons. I paid for the lessons last year already, and I was like, you know what, let me just get it over and done with. I have the money now, let me pay. I paid, and then I started going to the lessons. And then with the content, I started with writing down the content, and then I started with speaking with my husband about it, and then I wrote down the content. After I wrote down the content, I was like, what's next? I would like a different intro, and then I created an intro. So the next thing is shooting, and then after shooting, it's uploading, and then from there we are going. So I'm doing it, you know. And then number 4, no alcohol. So I am 7 months in, and I'm not drinking any alcohols. Guys, I'm so proud of myself, because it hasn't been a difficult journey for me, to be honest, because I've left alcohol before, and I'm not like an alcoholic or anything like that. No, I've just decided to stop drinking alcohol, and then after that I decided, okay, let me just put a time frame to it, and then I put 6 months. And then after 6 months, I was like, okay, what do I do now? What's next? And then there was nothing, because I didn't want to go back to drinking alcohol. So I just decided to continue with the no alcohol in my life. I don't know for how long. And I've decided to just remove a time frame from this. I'm just going to continue not drinking alcohol. Number 5, honesty. So with honesty, I really just want to be honest with myself. Guys, like, it's that thing, lying to yourself. Hey, dangerous cuckoo. That lane, very, very dangerous lane. So I want to be honest with myself, so that when I find myself in situations that I am not comfortable, or I feel like this is not working out for me, or I don't want to do this, then if I'm able to tell myself and know and acknowledge that I'm not okay doing this, or I don't want to do this, then it's easier for me to tell the next person. Because the reason why we're not able to fully say what we want to say is because deep down we are telling ourselves the opposite of what we want to say. So we end up believing the opposite of that, and then we lead with that. Well, that's what I've been doing the whole time. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I've been fooling myself all this time. So I've decided, you know what, I want to be honest with myself. So the first thing that I did, there was a trip planned, and it required a lot of money. Well, I would say it's a lot of money. Last year when I said yes, I was like, definitely I can pay this. But this year, and I'm looking at my finances, I'm like, and I'm looking like not just my finances, like the family's finances. I'm like, this is a trip for me, and this is how it's going to affect my family, and these are the things that we want to do. So I'd rather do that instead of the trip. I'd rather do this instead of the trip. You understand? So I sat down and I was just honest with myself. And it's not like a matter of a day. No. I sat with this thing for like a week, and then I spoke to my husband about it. And then I went into the group and I was like, I can't, you know. So I had to first sit down with myself and then just look at all these things. Look at, can I do it? Like, am I willing to do it? No, I can't do it. So why not just be honest with other people as well, instead of like dragging them along, and then on the last day when it's time to pay, I'm like, no, I'm not going to be that girl. So I am going to just go out there and be honest about whether I'll be able to do things, whether I'm comfortable in some situations, some places. So I just want to be honest with myself first, because then it's going to make it easy for me to be honest with people around me. Okay, now bonus. This is a bonus. It's a bobo. Okay, the bobo is that I am gonna journal and I'm gonna meditate. So I've been journaling and meditating for a long time, and one thing that I've discovered, or one thing that I realized with journaling, is that there isn't you need to find the right time and the right place to do that. So I've been focusing on being in the right space of mind and doing it at the right time. So, for example, I could be listening to a podcast on my way to work, driving, and then I'm like, oh, I need to note that down. But I can't because I'm driving. So I let it slide, and then when I get home later, I'll sit down and journal. And then another thing that I've realized, like maybe people will struggle with, is journal prompts. Like, what do you even write? I struggled with that at first. I started with gratitude. So every day I'd write down, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my job, I'm grateful for the food in my fridge, I'm grateful for their nanny, I'm grateful for the 300 rand that I have in my bank account. So I used to do that. That's where I started journaling, that just by writing like things that I'm grateful for, and then I moved on to my thoughts. What am I thinking about? What's bothering me? But honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I focus a lot on what is bothering me. So even now, I still write what is bothering me. I write that down, and then I get it out of the way. And then I also journal on things that I read. Like I'm reading the Getting Mackenzie book now, and then every time there's something that I think is interesting or I think I want to mention when I'm doing the book review, I write it down. So that is like my journal prompt. And I'm doing this other self-discovery thing. So it's also journal prompts. Like it asks you questions like, if you were to write a message on the billboard, what would it be? Like your preferences, like there's just a whole bunch of stuff, just getting to know yourself better. So I also follow that. And then if I'm listening to a podcast and something is interesting, when I journal down, if it was important, I will definitely go sit down and write it down. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Those are my habits. Those are what I consider healthy habits for 2024. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you consider like a healthy habit? And what kind of habits are you adopting in your 2024? Let's share, guys. And please, and if you've enjoyed this video, share with your friends, family, your cousins, whoever. Anyway, guys, just share my video and then help this girl grow. We are currently on 250 subscribers and we are growing, guys. So I think it's very much possible for me to reach the 2,000 subscribers this year. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
I know what I need, ain't gonna lie. I know what I want, speaking my mind.